Hello everybody and welcome. You got to see all of my fandangling of the game there at the beginning. So, welcome to Barrel Roll, a Barrel Roll playcast. I am not playing the Surge. Give me a moment here. I was playing the Surge. Spoiler alert. We are now playing KONA. There we go. Whoop. Ba-boof. Okay, cool. We're playing KONA today. KONA, I started I started it the other day, but the stream just came live today, and I was really wanting to play this game more. Which is good. I want to play more, so I'm going to play more. I'm gonna load up now. On the last stream, I kind of just I ended the stream, and then I remembered, oh no, I have to save, and to save in this game, you have to start a fire and go to the fire. So I started a fire in the backyard behind the garage. And that's where we are so far. The next thing we have to do in this game is to stop by the doctors, because that is where the employee of the dead guy went. Booting up this game, though, I did realize I realized it is it was sponsored through the Canadian Media Fund, which is pretty cool. So it's made in Canada for Canada, you know, sort of thing. And they definitely got, you know, the whole Canada thing down. It's cold, it's blistery, it's pretty gross, and I love the fact that it kind of just happens. All right, so getting into my car, I have fueled up. Can't really see the gauges, so we're just gonna start. Oh god. I am there. Oh no, those are bushes. No distracted driving, kids.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his head. The secret had solved.
Alright, so I think that's the doctor's. So I have to go at the fork, turn left, and it's the first house I come to on the right. So this is the fork, and I'm heading this way. Welcome to driving in Canada in the middle of winter. I said this on the other stream. I have driven through a snowstorm like this, not through like gravel roads and a rickety bridge, which I'm now regretting this decision. But it's pretty harrowing to drive through this kind of stuff if you don't do it on a regular basis. So, all right. Oh, doctors is here. Oh, my game's loading. I'm doing something. I have accomplished things. I love the... Yeah, that's nice. This is very odd French music. Not odd in a bad way, just I recognize it going to I went to French school. Just odd for a game setting, I guess. Alright, so the doctors. Dr. Beaupre's clinic. I wonder if I would laugh if like everybody I encounter in this game is just dead. Let's open his mailbox. Oh, we found the clinic key. It's not under the mat. It's not above the door frame. It is.
There should be a law
medical emergency.
forbidding doctors from falling sick.
Medical emergency in town. The doctor there is sick. I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. Jeepers creepers. All right. Well, let's unlock the door and go in to get out of the cold.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
Oh, let's just start a fire. I don't need a fire right now, per se. Isabelle Beaupre. Fire starter. Matches. Pots and pans.
one-eyed or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
Don't want to turn the radio on. So I have a water bottle, to which I am going to drink. There, that's kind of nice. Nice. Close that. Open these. Have a look-see. Crouch. Nope. That's kind of nice. Like, if you can't see something, it's not going to point it out to you directly. Having to be on the opposite side of the cabinets is a little funky, but...
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls,
My nightmare.
patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Fascinated by history. Store in a cool, dry place in a consistent temperature, they said. A little bit of first aid kit, that'll come in handy, I think. Bedpan. Oh, just the game decides to get angry at me. Oh, some water. Oh, really angry at me. Apparently you're not supposed to cook on bedpans.
A chamber
There we go.
pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Communist Manifest.
Communist Manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat.
Yeah.
Why would the doctor own such a book?
Well, he's interested in history, I guess, is the thing to take away from that. I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Lori. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood the bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it. But in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. Rosare Arma. No medical explanation whatsoever can explain why old Rosaire, is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Sylvie Bedard. All of her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it. I'm willing to bet her husband is not the father. Let's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart, though, or she would have an illegitimate child and a syphilis on her hands. Oh my god, these are like the best notes ever. William Joseph Hamilton.
No doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
Chronic foot pain, can't walk long distances, rich. I'll cure him of that one day. Alright. There's something on my Steam wish list is on sale. Wow, that got real cheap. It's kind of the bonus when you like cheap games. Unknown woman, I never did quite catch her. Oh, I don't want to read this stuff again. I thought this was different. Read medical files. Inspect the photos.
The doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Fulbert's specialty. The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to merbromine, smudged all over their injuries.
What else do I have to look out for in terms of my health? So eating makes me not go crazy. I'm going crazy. I just can't sleep. Cease and desist.
Like reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
Unlocked a door. Unlocking a door isn't enough. I have equipment. 310 to Yuma. Come on, game. You can do it. Alright, phone. Stop your nonsense. Crowbar. Alright, that's not what they wanted me to do. Alright. Let's flashlight this sucker again. Oh yeah, it opens this way. Alright. Wolves again, huh? Unos Lentores. Please use the other door. Oh, okay, so that just led outside again. Well, the doctor's office was a bust. Let's check the map again. I guess we will check out Old Rosaire. So the next stop on our...
Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard would be him.
All right. Pull the old Austin Powers. Whew. I did not hit that tree hard enough to do any kind of like serious damage. All right, so we're gonna continue down the road here. I have a feeling everybody in this town is dead. Okay, we're going in here to Old Rosaire. Like it's like looking for the audio files. It knows. Come on, chains. My mystical, magical chains. Alright, there's a few places here I can inspect. Stovepipe. Windows are frosted. Oh, she's home. Alright, there's a person in here. Awesome. Oh God. Equipment. taking a picture. There we go. Oh yeah, keep that picture. It's lovely. If I step in, are you gonna shoot me?
Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi, je prends plus de chance depuis que ça roule dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche. Si tu veux du lait chaud, parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la vie, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou, puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi mes télés.
Alright, so journal. It's one of those things where I'm gonna add it in here. Okay, he's in a war vet.
Tu marches, du sang des pieds.
So, is it on his page? Like, how am I going to remember that?
Ouais, que t'as pas mieux à faire.
Oh, we bring him alcohol. He agrees to help me. All right, cool, 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 cool. Can I just warm myself up here and save? Oh, keys.
Que mon caribou tarde.
Well, I don't want to get back in my car yet. Keys in his house. If I take the keys, is he gonna shoot me? I guess let's find out. Why don't we?
Moi la belle rose là-dessus, qui se donne au yard sur le mercredi des cendres. C'est du beau frère. Hey, la Corriveau, la tête, ça te passe l'envie de te marier, la Corriveau. Actuelle, il s'est marié, squick, les uns après les autres.
Alright, we'll unlock the shed. We'll open the shed, because maybe there's something useful in the shed. What's here? Empty gas can. Well, that's going to be useful. We can fill it up with gas, and we can put it in the back of the car. Ammo.
An axe. Not too shabby. Carl felt he needed to protect himself.
Hardware. Can I seriously? Biggest tree ever. Swing hatchet. Okay, so let's throw. Well, let's go check out this one last building here, which I think just looks like an outlook. Yeah. Can't hit trees with this sucker, huh? Alright. Another fire starter. Alright. I'm going to pause it here, and I will be right back. I just got to go check something here quick. So I'm going to hit that button there. And if you like what you're seeing, hey, please subscribe. Hello, we're back. Sorry, I just had to check something. So, I feel like we should try heading back towards... Let's go back towards the general store. Once we do that, we'll kind of drive around in that area for a bit.
Carl couldn't leave empty-handed.
Well, my mind has been enriched by listening to the old crazy man talk. Okay. I'm not sure if the general store will have the booze we're looking for. I just don't want to keep driving down this one road. And I get the road itself is a big circle, which is good, but I don't want to end up just driving down that road and driving down that road and driving down that road in a big circle and not getting anywhere. I also like the idea of getting a coat for our guy. I think, you know, it's cold. You should be dressed for the weather. If the guy was actually from any part of Canada, he should have known that. I mean, really? Here's the general store again. Out. Oh no. I can't get out of my car. Yeah, I did. So we have that gas tank. Water bottle, equipment, journal, lantern, hatchet, revolver, crowbar, inventory, she rose, empty gas can. I guess we will go back in here. No thanks, I prefer my beer cold. Well, but the other dude wanted beer. Oh, 2 numbers. Sale. Rotate. Nothing. So yeah, he does have beer. Move ladder. Climb up. Is this where they're keeping the sherry wine? Is it called Caribou? I forgot to look. Well, he wanted booze. I got him booze. Well, let's move. Alright, let's see if we need to fill this car up every time we, like, venture around. Or if we're just... if we're good to not do that every single time. I believe that was a one-time thing. So, I'm going to deposit the empty gas tank, the lantern... log. We'll just keep an extra one in there just in case. That should help us out a little bit. And you know what? I'm actually going to throw the crowbar in. No, I can't throw the crowbar in there. Alright. Well, then let's throw the hatchet in there because I'm not really that concerned about that kind of stuff yet.
Gilles Lachance owned the general store. That is, before Hamilton got his hands on it. The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
So, if we look at our map again, we had our map. There it is. Nope. Calm ourselves. Okay, if I go left at the fork, I come up to what looks like sleeping cabins. So let's go check those out. Yeah, the turn's just coming up here. You know, I have to laugh when it comes to, you know, games. We still use maps, like, all the time. We still use maps, like, all the time, and yet, like, real life, it's all just GPS with the thing telling us, you know, oh, you gotta turn up here. I have known a few people who don't know how to read a map. Oh, right, I got another hatchet. Pick up another log. And we'll investigate. These are lodges, it looks like. So camping lodges or things you would rent out for the day. So
it was a typical shack, just like the ones you hear about in Quebecois legends. Local lumberjacks used it to rest and twice a day heat up their pea soup. Who quits a game one step away from victory?
That's funny. Okay, we're gonna start a fire. Just
The general warmth of the place, no evidence of escape. Carl was sure of it. People were here not long ago, and they expected to come back.
All right, well, let's open up. We've now saved, so that's kind of a nice thing. There is also, if I press the map button, another lodge further down. So let's go check out this other lodge, because I feel like maybe we'll find something here that goes like, oh, there was someone visiting that, you know, they didn't go to their house, or they're kind of maybe hiding out here, because the one guy says we're going to the doctor. There was no doctor. Take the right turn. Yes, I did. I would laugh so hard at this game if it wanted to be real authentic. You should totally get stuck in the snow, and the chains should not help you. Because the chains are the funniest part in this game to me. Is they have made driving. They have made driving pretty much the easiest thing in the entire world. Take out camera. Is this a... this arrow on fire?
Someone had been playing with that crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right.
New journal entry logged.
Without a single window to brighten things up, the inside of the cabin was almost pitch black. Beware of close encounters of me and furniture.
You know, in these kinds of games, it really is the narrator that's you know, solidifies the game.
A card game only hermits can truly enjoy.
I guess I am.
Depressed at the thought of playing this.
I guess I am a hermit. I enjoy solitaire. What's here? Inspect. Not close to running out of food. Yeah, that's definitely for sure, for sure. This toothbrush is still wet, so whoever's in these places is still closed. A suitcase with clean clothes.
Everything was set up for a well-deserved snack. It seemed like the place hadn't been empty for long, but without knowing exactly why, Carl had the feeling no one was coming back anytime soon.
There's nothing in the bag. Alright, well, we inspected these places and nothing. So, well, other than the crossbow bolt. Strangest sound to me. Fire starter? Come in, get close enough. Yeah. Okay, log B. Back in the car. Get warm in the car. Okay, so, well, with that, let's go back out onto the main road. And we might as well visit that one house that is north of us, I guess. When we get out to the main road, we will take a right, and then we will look on the other side for... I like how you can see the log in my back. That's cool. Oh! It's doing the thing. I got stuck in the snow. Did what I wanted it to do. There we go. We got stuck in the snow. Victory! Okay. So we investigated the old drunk guy. I'm gonna finish this video by going back to our friend who tried to shoot me with the bottle of cooking sherry. I think that was. I'm gonna go back to him, and I'll get the worm coat, and I'll end the play session there. But before we do that, because we're right here, as it loads up another. It loads up more audio, I'm assuming. Oh, there we go. Urge. Okay, I'm gonna step out here and check their mail. Nope. All right. Cool. Now the real pleasure would be if that log moved. All right. Oh. It's definitely one of these games that produces the world completely and just kind of loads in little sections. It's definitely a load as you go kind of game. So the Blaze House. We are here. I'm going to step out. They have a shed over there and a house.
A wintry
here.
atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty.
Hello,
When
boot.
finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
I feel like we weren't prepared for winter is the biggest piece of things. Someone ran out of time packing his luggage. Yeah, that's some. I need a magnet.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading KONA. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts. Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
I have to agree with Carl. Oh, some cigarettes. I think they're there to calm his nerves if he gets too excitable. No, I do not want to. Stop asking me to turn on radios. General trunk. General trunk. Open part of the stove. Oh,
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
the English translator's hilarious. A fee. A fee. Consumable. Let's finish looking through here first. Steak, beer, clothes. Spirograph.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
My sweet Marie, please excuse my handwriting. I'm in a hurry. I have to leave for North Maniston with Mom and Mrs. Roy. As they say, it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know much about what's going on because Mom won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me, but all I know is she is the exact same expression on her face as when I startle her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. Lachance. They're real heroes. My grandmother lives on a very big house in North Maniston. You'd be welcome there. I must go now. Quite literally, your friend, Martin. Alright, so Martin jetted quite quickly. So there is something going... There's something going down, man. Fire starter in the bathroom, that's always peachy. Mirror's broken. Bulb's burnt out. That's fine, I got my flashlight. For the last few days, a lack of resources forced the death investigation of Pierre Blaise to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body conducted over the last few weeks didn't reveal any clues to what could have helped the investigators, who refused to comment on what would happen next. The new development is happening in context of the hypothesis on an accident, which is still, in spite of skepticism expressed by the local population, the ongoing... Pierre Blaise was found lifeless 2 weeks ago near a footpath leading to the soon-to-be restarted copper mine. Blaise, an engineer, was by training who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, was reportedly in charge of the development plans surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had discovered the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it was partially devoured by beasts, hence the original assumption that a crime had been committed. Bit of reading to pass the time while you're on the pooper. It's just a sock. That stuff's clickable. Alright, going into the darker side of things here. Records. One photo. There were photos in here, weren't there? Yeah, I can inspect
the picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes.
What misfortunes?
Little Martin Millet with his Uncle Pierre. There was a deep sense of bonding and pride coming out of the picture. Carl felt sorry for the man. No one deserved such a cruel fate.
Okay, so I'm at Blaise's house, and he's the one that died. Alright.
The sheets were in such a way that indicated a rude awakening, followed by a hurried escape. What had happened here?
Evidence. Ooh, there's a monster in the woods. Hey, the Canadians. Without being the Canadians. I'm trying to read what they're actually calling those guys. Go inspect. Impossible creation for a mechanical drawing.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Only a tormented mind. Smokes in bed. Fear the worst for Alexandra. He hardly gets any sleep, though so was the work. But I thought it was the work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play the ball, and he didn't say a word. And that way, he has to glance at the window. Last night, I heard him mumble in his sleep, "He's coming," he murmured. I didn't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream. Obviously, he didn't want to go back to sleep after that. Chain smoking the night away over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself know? We're waiting. we're waiting, but for what? I think I feel the dread. There's no changing pages, so that's that. Pack all of their things. There's that. Canyons. Canyons? Oh, look. Canyons. Canyons.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Did the window break or is someone downstairs? That light. I need the light. That's a wolf. Because I left the fridge open. Also, just throwing this out there, this gun does absolutely nothing. I have a hatchet. I forgot I have another hatchet. I have a second hatchet. Well. Can we get into this little shed? No, it's locked. Alright.
Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key.
So I need a magnet. Something happened before this storm, and like that's the biggest piece to this whole shtick to me is it's very much a attach wire. I need a magnet. Let's see. I'm gonna do one last kind of walk through this place. Just maybe with the kids' toys, there's something. Fishbowl, evidence, pictures, hockey card, nothing in the wastebasket, nothing opens here, just that journal that was in here. Hockey stick. Okay, so, with nothing to find, in our last little attempt here.
Well, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
With no one around here, I am going to leave the house, back in my car. We're gonna head back south and try and get back to Old Rosaire. Because I do have booze, so... I just have to remember if I get myself a magnet to come back here. Okay, so a little bridge crossing. So I have booze and I have wine. I don't remember this being here. I think I can get around it by going through the general store, but... How word. Alright, back to old Rosaire's place. So we're looking out for a magnet. I'm just hoping that the warm clothes I'm going to get for the booze, because that will help me out tremendously. I'm also starting a hatchet collection. Okay, so there's the doctors. I kind of like this way of getting around the map. I'm always at... I always feel at odds with a fast travel system. I enjoy fast travel sometimes, but a lot of times I do feel like it takes out of a game. You know, like, you kind of sit there playing something, and you're like, this, you know, I'll just fast travel, boom. I kind of like, I feel like I'm still traveling fast because of the car. But, I feel like I'm still traveling fast, but at the same time, I don't. So is he gonna shoot at me again? Like, I have to open this door and get out the way. I did not get the caribou yet. So he really wants caribou. Wow, wow, wow.
Dans mon temps, c'était comme sur l'image. On était vrais, fiers, forts, puis on avait le bon lieu de notre bord.
Yeah, he's a lumberjack.
Mon beau bonnet du beau temps. Puis ma ceinture, parce que je glissais mon place. Le monde tournait plus bon quand on s'accordait de nous. C'est encore beau. Tout ce qui est vieilli est pied.
Alright. So we looked for him. We can't get a warm coat. Even though I did grab booze, it's not the right booze, obviously. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but we're going to check one more house, only because that was very anticlimactic, and I'd hate to leave on an anticlimactic part. I do say I have to love growing up and like, I'm not French-Canadian by any stretch of the means, but I went to French immersion school, which means everything was in French, and we learned a lot about French culture. It's very cool to see that built into this game. That's a tight corner. This is all downhill. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not everybody has mailboxes. This is it. We found it. There it is. Ooh, more of that stone. Loading the next house.
Carl shivered as he saw the emblem. The Patriot flag, used during the 1837 rebellion, and which had resurfaced in 1970s Quebec, flown proudly by the FLQ terrorist groups. This flag meant bombs, kidnappings, threats in the papers. It was a sign of rebellion. That truck had obviously seen its share of gravel roads. Carl wasn't a mechanic, but he could easily tell that only the most heartfelt prayer would bring this old beater back from its slumber. With that cold, however, it was more likely that it would wait until next spring to wake up. With a homemade shooting range such as this, it wasn't hard to imagine a stray bullet ending its course inside the flesh of an unsuspecting passerby. Granted, Carl thought, there wasn't much in the way of passersby around here.
Hey, Tony. How's it going? I'm a detective. Can I get another hatchet? Oh, they'll only let me carry one at a time. Boo. Space rocks.
The place looked more like a pigsty than a house. A heavy stench of curdled milk, cheap alcohol, and boiled cauliflower filled the air.
Well, before we start inspecting this place, I am... Oh, look at that, logs. I'm gonna start a fire. Thus, we have saved. Why wash dishes when clean ones are within reach? That's, you know, good point, good point. Glassware and stuff. At this point, I feel like all of the leads in this game have gone extremely cold, which sucks. A gun rack, yeah.
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Prepare caribou. I can make my own.
The rag reeked of fermented vomit.
Mmm.
Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions.
Yes, Tony, this is kind of a Detective E-type game, but you are... it's a walking sim. But at the same time, like, there's definitely... Like, I have equipment... and that kind of stuff. And I am a private eye trying to investigate. I was supposed to keep a guy safe, and before I showed up, he was dead already, so...
Seems like
And it's set in Quebec.
a name after all.
And I really don't like this guy, apparently, because he was part of the FLQ, so, there is that.
Rock music invaded the minds of men, even in the remotest of places.
Yep,
The man
it's rock
didn't
music's
own a
fault.
turntable, though, so there's that going for him.
Quebec liberation will happen by force or not at all. We will prevail.
Elsewhere, people ready to take up arms to stand against the yoke of English imperialism. In Montreal, mailboxes were blown up, abductions were carried out, and violent manifestos were distributed to media outlets. But around here, in the great northernmost, all a man could do is curse out loud against a faraway evil and pray for the revolution to arise. that man, by any reckoning, was from that very stock.
Well, it's all well and good, but I want to be able to make his little moonshine. Like,
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Jars are overrated. Looking for my narrator's lines. Come on. You can find them. I believe in you.
Carl knew
There we
right
go.
away that the owner of this place wasn't a copper collector. No, this was a junk man's base of operation. The guy definitely seemed like quite the expert in scavenging scrap metal, with or without permission, surely.
All right.
Right hands, red metal could sell like hotcakes.
Well, at least we know where to come for, to make our caribou that we need to get our warm winter coat for the next time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to log out. I did say that. I'm going to sign off, I guess, because we have now gone to a bunch. Cabin A, Cabin B, Blaze's house, Old Rosaire. We've been to the doctor's, and now we are at Blouin. So the only other place is at the end of this road. See you, Tony. I'm not signing off. I'm gonna go. There's only one more house at the end of this road, and I feel like it needs to be looked at.
Carl had at any point wished to get his hands on some caribou. He couldn't have wished for better than a distillery like this one.
Alright, so knowing how to make caribou is good. Oh, jeepers. We're going to continue on down the road here. Because there's only one more place to go. So I know I said I was signing off. I'm not signing off. I'm going to keep driving a little bit here and see if we can find this one last house, because it is the last one on the side of the road. I feel like we might as well finish with that. Logs, 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 wire cutters, logs, hardware. Still no magnet. I really want a magnet for that one house so we can fish out the key to that shed. I am un detectivo. Oh, I'm trying to remember what the line is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine now, where they actually go to Quebec, and it's like, tell them we're the police, and it's like, nous sommes les... Oh man, I forgot what it was now. Good line though. And it's like, oh no, I told them we were this. Wanted to scream that when that guy shot the shotgun at me. It's like, nous sommes les, you know, chaussettes or something like that. You know, like, we are socks, we are socks. I know French. Alright, before we get out, let's have a look-see. Well, we are here. But here looks pretty blocked. Unless there's a road I just can't see.
Sometimes, and especially around here, people are so possessive with their land, as a dog is with irons.
Dear Mr. Lamoth, Here's the spark plug you ordered for your Olympic Ski-Doo. The model being very popular has been difficult to find. Thank you for choosing Garage. Potvin et fille in Chimon. Severely Gaton Bavin. Monsieur Potvin. I had a teacher that used to be Mr. Potvin. Yeah, I got a spark plug. What? This guy's house should be there. She blows. Oh, there's the fence. Oh, okay. This one's being super weird. Oh, dear Lord.
What Carl saw terrified him, and he didn't know if it was the fear or the cold that was responsible for his hair standing on end all over his body. The poor man, before being frozen solid, seemed to be defending the entrance to his cabin. But from what?
Something weird just happened. Of October. I can options and oh, all right. He was building something. I'm kind of glad I kept playing. He was building something. He heard a sound. Trying to hold the door shut, and ooh, lights flashing. And a deep mist. Oh, jeepers creepers. And now he is a frozen spaceman. Yoicks. Through whatever it was up there. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Can I escape this dream now? Oh, another handprint. Alright.
Something very important must have been in there for the man to take such time and effort to hide it. But Carl didn't know how to reach it.
I'll find out though. Repair spaceship. That's an option of things to do. Time magazine.
The very first
Live magazine.
were made more than a year ago. The event had surely captivated the mechanic's mind for him to still keep this around.
Well, it captivated a lot of minds, to be fair. Something's not right if your bed's in your garage. Bunch of old oil cans. I feel like if I'm gonna find a magnet, it's gonna be here. Oh, those are pliers. We have pliers though, so that's okay. Am I starting to like get a cool headlight? Sweet. How am I doing temperature-wise? Not fantastic. I'm also going to, and again, I don't suggest doing this, but he just went through a very traumatic experience, so I'm going to take away some of my health, but at the same time gain my mental stability back by having a cigarette. Don't smoke. It's bad for you. But not back then. Back then it was just fine. Alright. So I gotta get to that bucket. Too many orange juice bottles, says you.
The week of October 5th.
I was waiting a spark plug found the week of October 5th. It's already paid for. It is here. I got it. I have the spark plug.
The machine appeared to be missing something critical.
Like a spark plug?
Something necessary for it to take off. The shape of this machine, almost straight out of Star Trek, was out of the ordinary to say the least. It felt like this thing could fly up into space at any moment.
So inventory-wise, not consumable. Inventory. Okay, I have the spark plug. That log's taking up a lot of space. I'm gonna drop that thing soon. We are gonna go around here because there was a wire of some kind attached to that bucket.
Well, this truck's not going anywhere. Where were the amputated parts? Carl grinned as he pictured a Frankenstein-esque car lying around somewhere made of parts from a dozen different vehicles.
I'll not be your dog. Hamilton, I won't be your dog anymore.
Perhaps someone was expecting an important call. In any case, that person's in for a call. Carl already noticed that telephone services weren't provided in this area.
Oh, I gotta go get my gas can. Sweet.
Carl had a hunch that there had got to be a plan somewhere that could help him put this thing back together.
There you go. So we do have to find plans to help us figure out what's what. So I'm going to go back to my car.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good fight.
Deposit. I'm going to put the log away. Well, that saved me tons of room anyways. I'm going to put the gun away for now. But I do want to withdraw my empty gas can.
Terrific. He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamott's lands.
And then we're going to go in the house. Fill the gas can.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Snowmobile ski. Yeah, it's getting. I'm getting too cold. All right, close the door.
Weird stuff. Kind of a crossing between a colander and a hairdryer. What was it for? To play telepath?
Manufacturer's manual, page 1. This suspension was way too many parts. Taking the puzzle apart is easy, but putting it back together is another story. I patched everything up but the tracks. I left them close by. Ski, don't drink and work. Don't drink and work. Don't drink and work. Misplacing parts of the machine. Body, that would just make a nice beach chair pad. I just need to get all the parts to reassemble it. This lamp is pretty well made, suitable for even those in the harshest of winter. I think I'll place it on top of the secret prototype in the garage space. Steering, I'll have to hurry up and fix the machine, if not to travel around the powder snow all winter. Alright, I've managed to untangle and replace the brakes cable. dead on time for October. How about a nice light blanket of early snow to let the fun begin? Notes. December stunts. If you're a blast when you're 12 and you go ahead and break your brother's old bicycle, I suppose. Well, install all parts. Get the spark plug I've ordered back in August and still haven't received. Find snowmobile's ignition key. I think it's on my bunch of keys. They should be on the generator. Powering up my top secret workshop down south, in which I'm working on my equally top secret machine. Anyways, got to find the key. Now that I've siphoned off the snowmobile's gas to feed my truck, I have to refuel it. Da 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 da. All right. So inspect. Apparently, Lamoth is a rock collector, and I'm starting to get way too cold. You can see like I'm blurry. I'm not seeing things straight. I was kind of hoping there would be a furnace in here that I could warm up at. Well, a hammer is a good thing to have. Spaceship blueprints. Blueprints for a spaceship.
Some daring person could manage to get their hands on the missing parts. Carl was willing to bet that the craft would have taken flight.
Well, then Carl's an idiot. One's not enough. Why not buy 8? Dear Mr. Lamoth, following up on your complaint, I'm afraid that the police cannot support your claim alleging that the sudden appearance of a man who came out of outer space on your village territory manifestly what happened at Roswell in New Mexico left a deep impression on you. Da 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 da. Oh, thank God. I need a log. I need a log. Alright, I need a log. Let's go grab a log.
Roswell. At Hamipac. Same story.
Let's go grab a log.
Conducive to extravagant follies.
Shoot. Why did I put my log away? Oh, logs. Carl's inventory is full. Oh, it's that stupid hammer. Well, let's run to the car and get in the car. How does that sound? I'm still not warm. All right. Well, we have a bonus here. We can deposit the gas can and the hammer and all the beer and then we can withdraw 1 log. Alright, and with that, that will save this game for us. It will warm us up. And I can actually stop playing now. So thank you everybody for joining me and watching on this lovely episode where we played KONA. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, all of that lovely stuff. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on Mixer. And you can find everything you need to right there at barrelrollnews.com. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stick around because tomorrow I've got another one of these coming out. I'm playing all the monthly Humble Bundle games that I can kind of, play on a stream that are exciting. I have 1 more, or 2 or 3 more games to go, I think. But the next one, it's interesting, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing it again on the stream. So you get another one tomorrow. Enjoy that one. We'll definitely be coming back to KONA though. I want to see what happens in KONA. So I'm going to just options here and exit to the main menu. Unsave progress will be lost, which is fine. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And with that, have a lovely, lovely day.